to know one thing when it comes to armour. If it's got to be durable, it can't be light.
It can. Just needs the proper tools to make it. Tools like the folk of Clan Tordarroch used on Undvik.
Joanna, I told you time and again to stay silent when I talk to customers. Shouldn't pester folk with those nonsense Skellige legends of yours.
It ain't legend, and it ain't nonsense. My granddad would go to Undvik for his armour. Said Tordarroch folk made the best. Till last year, that is, when a giant ravaged their island. Inhabitants either ran off or died, but the forge should still be in one piece.
Worth looking into. Say I find the tools. Will you craft the armor for me?
On condition you bring the tools. But only then.
These legends mention where the forge might be?
Yes, north side of the isle, in a cave. Clanfolk carved out a rock face to build it.
Welcome to another Witcher lore video, guys. So I was considering what lore video to make today, and whilst looking through my videos, I realised that it's actually been over a month since I last made a video on one of the Skellige clans. So, today, I've decided to revisit this series and discuss a clan that I personally am really interested in. Anyway, as I'm sure you'll know by the title, this clan is Clan Tordarroch. Clan Tordarroch is one of the 7 major Skellige clans and rules over the Isle of Undvik. The origins of this clan have never been explicitly stated, but we can imagine, based on the origin stories of the other Skellige clans, that its origin will in some way involve the Skellige gods, and most likely their founder will have completed some sort of incredible feat. For example, the founder of Clan Oncrate carved Caer Trolda, which is the ancestral home of Clan Oncrate, using his bare hands, which obviously is impossible, but you never know in the Witch universe. Whilst researching for this video, I have also been working on a light theory of my own about this clan's origins that I'll share with you now. To begin with, you must understand a little about a hero known as Modolf. Modolf was the founder of Clan Drummond, and legend has it that he was granted mastery over the Isle of Undvik by his father Heimdall. Eventually, Modolf did abandon Undvik and invade Skellige, and when he invaded Skellige, he actually took control of half of the isle for himself. So, from this information, we can assume that Clan Tordarroch must have been founded after Modolf left for Skellige. Therefore, I feel as if there are 2 plausible possibilities, and those possibilities are either new settlers reached the isle, and from those settlers Clan Tordarroch was born, or after Modolf left Undvik, not all of his clan went with him, and those who remained on Undvik founded this new clan. There could also be, as I said before, some sort of legend surrounding it, and all the rest as there normally is with Skellige, but let's just say for now, in a real-world situation, the suggestions I've said then are the most plausible. Clan Tordarroch is also known for its legendary smiths, and also they are renowned for their fishermen. In fact, a famous forge is located on the Isle of Undvik, and this forge is known as the Forge of Clan Tordarroch. In this forge, some of the best weapons, armour, and tools of the Skellige Isles were forged. And due to the name, I imagine you'll know that this forge does belong to this clan. You may even remember going to this forge in The Witcher 3, and this is to retrieve some tools for the Master Armourer's quest. Without these tools, in the base game of The Witcher 3, the master-crafted armour sets cannot be made. This shows just how good these tools are, and also how skilled the members of this clan are. The forge itself is located in the mountains of Undvik, and next to this forge is a mine shaft and a house. And as for the house I just mentioned, this is where the ice giant of Undvik kept human bodies for later consumption. And personally, I assumed that this house was the ancestral home of this clan, just based on the fact it looks almost identical to the ancestral home of Clan Brovkar. But on later inspection, it may simply be some sort of workshop that can easily be accessed from the forge. A piece of information that may interest you all is that there appears to be a tree growing in the mines of this clan, which is interesting considering it is within the mountain with very little natural light. Perhaps this tree was grown through the use of magic, or it may have simply been moved there at a later date, or perhaps it doesn't require light to grow. I personally feel as if this tree may have actually had some meaning to this clan, just because it feels so out of the place in the mine. But that's just a bit of speculation on my part, we don't actually know. The clan itself operated fully until shortly before the events of The Witcher 3. This is because an ice giant appeared on the Isle of Undvik, forcing most of the surviving inhabitants to flee to Skellige, where they were protected by Clan Ancrate. I say most because you see, when this giant arrived in Undvik, Harald Houndsnout, the Jarl of Undvik, and the leader of this clan did not want to abandon his homeland, and instead stayed to fight the giant, with his 3 crewmen, Wilmar, Wilfred, and Wilhelm. The giant killed this Jarl's 3 crewmen and tasked Harald to build a longship that the giant could then sail out on to defeat the gods during Ragnarök. It was in this ship that the Jarl of this clan made his home. He even kept the skulls of his crewmates and talked to them, believing that they were still alive and proving that he had gone completely insane. I will make a full video on this character in the future as there is quite a bit of information about him, but for now that's the basics on this Jarl. Anyway, after a year of this giant's reign, Hjalmar Ancrate went to this isle with the intention of slaying the giant, and also allowing the people of Undvik to return to their home. The Witcher Geralt of Rivia joined him, and together they slew the giant, and allowed Clan Tordarroch to once again rule the Isle of Undvik. Anyway guys, that's this full clan's story. Next, for where we think this clan's home is, it is believed that this clan's home base was located in the town of Dorv. This is believed simply because Dorv was the largest town in Undvik before the ice giant arrived and destroyed the town. As is the trend throughout all of the Skellige Isles, most of the clan's homes are generally located in the largest town on their respective isles. So I would say that it is a pretty safe assumption to assume that this clan's home is in this town. But as I said earlier, there are a few possibilities for this clan's home. It may not be Dorv, but for now, let's say it's the most plausible place it could be. You can actually visit the ruins of Dorv in The Witcher 3 and get a sense of the destruction the ice giant caused to both this clan and to the Isle of Undvik as a whole. Next, I'm going to move on to this clan's emblem and then discuss its notable members. As you can see from the picture on screen, this clan's emblem appears to be a set of billows blowing fire. This is obviously because this clan is most well known for its mastery of the art of smithing, and the colours of this emblem also appear to be red, green and white. You see this a lot with the Skellige clans. Their clan's crest or emblem appears to represent what the clan is about. For example, the emblem of Clan Ancrate is 3 longships, and that's because they're known to be quite good at naval warfare. Notable members of this clan include Rasmund, who was a Skelligen oarsman from Undvik, who apparently fled Undvik only once in his life, and this was when the ice giant appeared. There's also Jarl Harald Houndsnout, who as I said earlier is the Jarl of this clan, and I will discuss him in more detail in a later video. There is also Axel, who was a member of Jarl Harald Houndsnout's personal guard, and when the ice giant attacked, Axel tried to reach the Jarl, but instead had to face some sirens, and during this fight was knocked unconscious. Axel was then put on a longship headed to Skellige, and once he awoke, became a frequent customer at the Newport Tavern. Finally, there is Viggy the Loon, who is a boatwright and warrior from Clan Tordarroch. He joined Hjalmar's expedition to kill the ice giant in hopes of changing his name from the Loon to the Unfearing. Now for trivia, this clan's warriors do not appear in the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt art book, so it is very possible that they may have been added into the game much later on in development. It is also of course possible that they were simply left out of the book, but also I think it's interesting that they may have not been in the game to begin with. And for the next piece of trivia, there is actually a Highland Scottish clan that shares this clan's name, so I'd say that it's entirely possible that this clan from Scotland was the inspiration for this clan. Anyway guys, I hope you've all enjoyed today's video. To end today's video, I'm going to read a quote about this clan. I've never been here before. Guess you could say I've never been fond of Clan Tordarroch. In fact, no one in Skellige's especially fond of them. And this is a quote from Folan about Undvik and the clan. Personally guys, I honestly find this clan so interesting. I know I say that about everything in the Witch universe, and I do find everything in the Witch universe obviously really interesting, but this clan especially, I love the fact that they are pretty much the Skelligans that are the best at forging armor and weapons. That's obviously a cool part of every fantasy lore, but I just love the fact that they're Skelligan too. I think it's so cool. I love when you first go to their forge, you see their mines, you see the house with all the bodies hanging around. It just creates this air of mystery, and I just think this clan is so awesome, and I really, really like it. And obviously meeting the Jarl as well and finding out he's insane is also really cool. But anyway guys, as always, if you've enjoyed today's video, liking it really does actually help out the channel, so I appreciate if every single one of you would like the video. It really does help me out, and I want to say thank you to every single one of you that bothers to do that, as it's really kind and it helps me out, so thank you to all of you. If this is the first video you're finding on my channel, be sure to subscribe. I do Witcher lore videos every few days, I do Netflix Witcher stuff sometimes, I do Elder Scrolls lore, I do gameplay, and if you don't want to miss any of that, I'd recommend subscribing to me notified, as then you'll get the videos in your subscription box whenever they come out. Also guys, be sure to follow me on Twitch. I do live streams on there every few days. I did some more God of War recently and I really enjoyed that. I had a few of you watching and we had such a cool time. I love talking to you guys and it's just really fun, so I recommend all of you that are watching this video and enjoy watching my gameplay or just want to support me, be sure to go and follow me on Twitch. So thank you to every single one of you that does that. Also, be sure to go and follow me on Twitter. I post updates on there whenever anything interesting is happening. I post pictures on there whenever I want to show you guys something cool, and I also post the videos on there whenever they come out on YouTube, so if you don't see them in your subscriptions, you'll have a link on Twitter to click and then you won't miss the video. Because as we know, sometimes YouTube can be a bit unreliable with sending videos to subscription boxes. So thank you to every single one of you that follows me on there, and as always, a big thank you to the Patreon pledges. You guys are honestly amazing. It's so kind what you do. I want to say thank you to every single one of you that donates to me on Patreon. It really does help out the channel and it honestly supports me so much. It helps me pay for my editing software, it helps with many things, and I just want to say thank you to every single one of you that donates to me on there. I'm honestly glad to put all of you at the end of my videos. Thank you all so much. Anyway guys, if you want to follow me on Twitter, Twitch, donate to me on Patreon, all the links are in the description, along with a Discord link that if you want to join that, you can talk to fellow Witcher lovers. Anyway guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Have an awesome rest of the week.